This is a video related to Chapter 3 skills refresher problems. This specific skills refresher that we'll look at in this video is related to completing the square. I'll do one example in this video which demonstrates this process of completing the square. So in our example, the idea is that we are trying to convert a quadratic function of the form y equals f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 8x plus 10. And we're trying to convert that to an expression y equal f of x is equal a times x minus h squared plus k. This is the idea. We're trying to convert this formula here to this particular format. Okay, the format of the equation that we're given is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So in this problem, a is 2, b is 8, and c is equal to 10. So we're trying to convert it to a format to figure out what is little a, what is h, and what is k. Okay? The process by which we do this is the method of completing the square. Okay? So let's convert across. Okay? The first step is to make sure that there is a 1 in front of the x squared term. And you do this by factoring. Okay? So for example, we'll take y equal f of x, 2x squared plus 8x plus 10, and we are going to factor out the 2, x squared plus 4x plus 5. Okay? And now we have a 1 in front of the x squared. Okay? So what we're seeing here is that this is now of the form 2 multiplied by some new function g of x, where g of x is equal to 1x squared plus 4x plus 5. Okay? So that's the first step. And now you can complete the square on this expression. Okay? So completing the square, step 2. Complete the square on the g of x function, g of x being right here. Okay. The method is broken into 2 steps. Step 2a is to take the number 4, okay, 4 being the number in front of the x. You're going to take 1/2 of the number 4, and then you are going to square that answer. So take 1/2 the number in front of x, and then square. Okay. Step 2b will be to add and subtract the result from step 2a. So let me walk through these steps and show you what I mean. Okay. So we'll take 1/2 1x squared plus 4x plus 5. Okay. Take the number in front of the x, which is 4. I will take half of the 4 to get 2, and then I will square the number 2 to get 4. Step 2b will be to add in the 4 and then subtract the 4. So what we're doing here is taking 1x squared plus 4x plus 5. Okay. We'll then add in a 4, add the 4, and then subtract the 4. Now because addition is associative, you can put the addition in any order that you want. Okay, so I can move this 4 over here and group it with the adding of this, and then I take the minus 4 and I can add that to the 5. The reason we're doing this adding and subtracting is because this term right here is a perfect square, x plus 2 quantity squared. So here we have completed the square. And then we have plus 5 minus 4, which is plus 1. So we have now taken g of x, which is x squared plus 4x plus 5, and shown that that is the same thing as x plus 2 squared plus 1. So in conclusion, the final step would be to remember that our function f of x was 2x squared plus 8x plus 5, and that was the same thing as 2 multiplied by g of x, which was g of x was x squared plus 4x plus 5. And we have now shown that x squared plus 4x plus 5 is the same thing as x plus 2 squared plus 1. Okay. From which we can say that f of x is 2 times x plus 2 squared plus 2. Okay? And therefore, the little number a is 2, the number h is negative 2, and the number k is equal to 2. Here's the a, h, and k. But remember, the h term was x minus h, so that means h has to be negative 2. So there's an example of completing the square.